There's reasons why we should not curse our destiny. Here's how we avoid doing it. Number one, you got to keep the external from dictating the eternal. What did I say before? He already had 3 strikes against him. Baseball, 3 strikes and you're what? You're out. And the only thing you can hope for is if somehow you get another at-bat. He already struck out before he knew he struck out. Daddy gone, mama cursed him. Destiny already screwed up. And he got another at-bat when he became a man. I thought I heard Paul say, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Now what does that have to do with what Jabez did? Jabez could have still been in a childish situation. Everybody's already said what I'm going to be. They've already said what I'm going to do. They already said that I couldn't be anything, anybody, anywhere. They've already said it. And if they said it, then it must be true. No. If somebody spoke negative over your life just because they think it, doesn't make it true. He got up and he looked at himself. And he looked at his situation and he said, Lord, if I'm going to do what you really want me to do, I need you to increase my ability to do it. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It doesn't look like folk are going to go with me. It doesn't look like people are going to trust me. It doesn't look like anybody's going to believe that you're in it. But if you increase me, I'm not going to worry about what other folk got to say, things going on. I'm not going to worry about that. I got to trust you because you are eternal in the midst of my external problem. You are still God over all in the midst of what I see before my eyes. You are still God all by yourself. So Lord, in spite of what folk think, enlarge my territory. In spite of what people may say about me, lead me, guide me along the way. For if you lead me, I cannot stray. Lord, let me walk each day with you. If you just stand by me, I know that wherever you got me to go, you'll get me there, and you'll get me there on time. I don't worry about giants. I don't worry about liars. I don't worry about haters. I don't worry about sickness. I don't worry about all this stuff that can trouble me because I know if he's with me, if God be for me, who in the world can be against me? Number 2, you can't name your future according to your current pain. The mother said, your name's Jabez because I was in pain. Wait a minute. That's kind of selfish. Let me say that again. She named her son Jabez because she was in pain. And she suggested that all he would do sound like some mothers that are frustrated in this life, speaking negative over their children. You look like your daddy that ain't no good, and guess what? You ain't gonna be no good either. That's a Jabez moment. It's no wonder why there's a lot of kids going through all kinds of headache, heartache, and everything else. Because somebody somewhere said, you ain't nothing, your mama ain't nothing, your daddy ain't nothing, so guess what? You gonna be nothing. Let me just hit y'all dead in the forehead. Somebody said it to you and you still holding on to it. I want you to look at yourself. I know, look at yourself. I know there's no mirror, that's why you need to look at yourself. Do you know how blessed you are right now? No, I don't think you do. Look at yourself. They said you were going to be nothing. Look at yourself. They said you couldn't raise a child. Look at yourself. They said you wouldn't be able to make it without this level of education. Look at yourself. They said that success is measured by what's in your pocketbook and what's in your bank account, and yet still the folk that talk the biggest mess are the ones going through while you still standing tall with everything paid on time. Look at yourself. I'm trying not to shout. I've been tired, but I think I need to shout. Every now and then, you gotta look at yourself and say to yourself, I'm blessed because I got the favor of God on my life. And favor is a whole lot more than any money that can go in my pocket. Oh, when you got favor, you can go places that money can't go. When you got favor on your life, you can talk to folk that nobody else is going to get to talk to. When you got favor in your life, it doesn't make a difference when you fail or you fell down. You got back up, and God said, if you get back up and you trust me and let me take you there, I'll still get you there. Jabez didn't ask to be rich. He was like Solomon. Solomon had a choice. God said, you can ask me for anything and I'll give it to you. Solomon thought about it. He was about to be king, and he said, Lord, all I want is wisdom. And when Solomon asked for wisdom, God said, you asked rightly, and look at what God did. He didn't just give him wisdom, but he made him rich too. He gave him more than he ever asked for because he looked for the favor of God. Your destiny is connected, hey, to God's favor. That's why I'm adamant about being in the presence of God. You are not going to experience God's favor sitting on the couch at home. Don't fool yourself. You're not going to experience God's favor waiting on me to get on Facebook and put a little quick 420 character word in my status. You need to be in his presence and